All right, an Iwo Jima survivor from Bristol recently traveled to Washington, D.C., where he was honored for his bravery during World War II.
Fox 61's Valerie Moravi has his story.
The Bristol Veterans Office at City Hall has been a vital source for many veterans, including Joe Caminiti, one of the few survivors of the Battle of Iwo Jima. He's one of the nation's last living survivors of the Battle of Iwo Jima.
1945.
And at 101 years old, Joe Caminiti is still standing tall more than 8 decades later.
I don't sleep all the time. I get up at 6:30. I'm at the gym at 7:30, and I come back about 8:45. I do 30 minutes on a treadmill and machines and this and that.
Caminiti was among the Americans to serve and fight in 1945 battle at 20 years old. And despite the years, he still remembers the small volcanic island of Iwo Jima, one of the bloodiest in the Pacific theater, that ultimately became a defining moment of the war and a symbol of American sacrifice and resilience.
It's like another island to us over there, because we went from New Caledonia, Guadalcanal, Marshall Islands, all, Marianas, and then Iwo Jima. That was we did them all. And then at the end, we left all our tractors on Iwo Jima, and they took us back to Maui, where we drew all new equipment, getting ready to make the landing on Japan. But the war ended, and we didn't have to do anything. We went home.
Even though the bloody battle will be hard to fade from his memory, Caminiti returned to Iwo Jima last year. This time, he walked through the black sand, an empty island. And he was the only Iwo Jima survivor to meet with the Japanese Prime Minister. But he says all he could think of was those who never made it home.
Unless you're there, you can't really, pinpoint different things. You can say, I saw this, I saw that, this and that, But, see, like a priest giving last rites around like that. Then I carried a lot of dead people out there.
As the nation reflects on the legacy of World War II, veterans like Caminiti and others across the nation were honored in Washington, D.C. in February. For Caminiti, this was his last event out of state.
Home. Next thing for Joe is home.
But he still plans to be involved in veteran groups locally. But for now, it's time to focus on his health. As Caminiti turns the page, he says he's now looking forward to celebrating his wife's 100th birthday. In Bristol, Valerie Moravi, Fox 61.